Hi, my name is Tigran. I'm a small business owner. I would like to give Google Translate a rating of 5. For more reviews like this, click below. Before using Google Translate, I actually used a dictionary to translate from one language to another, but as you can imagine, that has some limitations. First of all, you need to know grammar of different language, and sometimes some words are not easy to find. So in that respect, Google Translate is great because you can actually get a pretty good text, and you can actually work on some of the smaller minor errors if there are any. And actually, Google Translate is being improved from year to year, and now it's actually so good that sometimes I don't even have to correct anything. Google Translate is very powerful, and it has some features that I didn't find in other translators. Maybe I didn't dig deeper, I don't know, but it was my first choice and it worked out well. We use Google Translate for two main goals, for two main tasks. One is actually finding deals, buying properties and selling properties to some of the people who cannot speak English fluently. So this way we tap some markets that are not tapped by other competitors. And the second thing, in the consulting branch of our business, we can actually give consultations to people who live abroad. So Google Translate helps us to translate some of the terminology, super helpful. And finally, I noticed that Google Translate got a new feature called Conversations. And I believe this is something really unique. It's where you can actually speak to the phone, and phone translates all your phrases and basically your speech to another language. I think this will help us to make some deals in person. It's super easy to start working with Google Translate. You just type Google Translate in Google and you start translating. That's it. Nothing is easier than that. So, of course, there are some limitations to these translations, and it's not just because of Google, but there are some limitations to machine translation in general. For example, there are some features in different languages that cannot be mapped one-to-one. For example, whenever you use you, this you can have different words in other languages, and those versions of this word actually signify the status difference between you and another person. So you have to learn about all these subtle things, subtle issues in translation, and you should not rely 100% on Google Translate or any other machine translators. So you have to learn these special features of other languages, and you also have to figure out a way to learn grammar of another language and some subtleties there, because sometimes the subtle points, they can lead to a misunderstanding, or you could even offend the person on the other end of your deal. So this is the first thing. And second thing, just play around, see if your language is even present there. So some of the rarer languages, they are not implemented yet, or implemented poorly. So I even speak some of those languages, and I can see that Google Translate definitely has some limitations. So you probably should show translations to that language to a native speaker before you start using it.